Allah said in Surah Mu'minun, Surah number 23, as well as in Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 172. In ayat number 172 of Surah Baqarah, Allah said, "O you who believe, eat from the good things Allah has provided you." Similarly, in Surah Mu'minun, Surah number 23, ayat number 55, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, "O messengers of Allah, you shall eat from the good things that Allah has provided you." What does this mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden any Muslim to eat unlawful things. What are unlawful things? Everything that the Quran prohibits from is unlawful for you to consume, whether it is in the form of food items or whether it is a form of your income source. For example, if you read Surah Baqarah, as I told you, in Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 261 to ayat number 274, 14 ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about charity. For the first time you will come in the Quran, if you read it from Surah number 1 onwards, when you read Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 275. The moment ayat, those 14 ayat on charity stop, the 15th ayat, it begins with the prohibition of interest economy. Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 275, 276, 277, 278 and 279. All these ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in detail said, do not consume interest economy. Do not indulge in interest economy. And finally in Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 279, Allah said, those who indulge in any capacity in interest economy, ask them to take a notice of war against Allah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a Sahih Hadith in Ibn Majah, volume number 3, Hadith number 2274, that the sin of one single paisa of interest, 1 cent of interest, anybody has earned 1 penny of interest, the sin is equivalent to committing zina, fornication, adultery with one's own mother. This is how serious Islam has condemned the wrong mean of acquiring wealth. In Islam, interest economy is very strictly forbidden. And you know, in the modern times, in our recent times, the report says that Indian government has let go the robbers of Indian wealth who have robbed and they're defaulters to the bank. Why did the bank give them this money on loan to the top, Nirav Modi or Vijay Mallya? Because the bank wanted to earn interest money from them. They thought that if they give loan on interest, the money will double for them. So they gave on loan. And you know what was the loss? 660 crore Indian rupees. 660 crore Indian rupees the government of India has foregone to these people, saying that they can't return it. So they have been forgiven for it. They have been forgiven. You know what is the loss to Indian economy? 660,000 crore. You know why did that happen? Allah said in Surah Rum, Surah number 30, ayat number 39, that whoever indulges in interest thinking that it will increase the money with Allah, say to them, Allah will cause a loss to them and Allah will multiply only through zakat. Only through zakat and sadaqah Allah will multiply your wealth. So this one has to be clear, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden interest economy. Moreover, if you read Sahih al-Bukhari, volume number 2, Hadith number 2059, the beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a time will come upon my ummah. A time will come when the people of my ummah, when the Muslims will absolutely become careless about the source of their incomes. They will absolutely not mind earning from haram sources. Sources that Islam has not allowed them, given permission to them to earn the money. Similarly, if you read Sahih al-Muslim, volume number 3, Hadith number 2346, the beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about a person who traveled and is too tired after traveling in the desert, in the hot summer, and he stops at one place and he starts calling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, Ya Rabbi, oh my Lord, and starts making a lot of du'as, starts supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, how can he expect Allah to respond to him when his earning was not according to the commands of Allah? When his clothing he earned through the money which he earned illegally. which is not legal according to Islam. He earned his money illegally. The third, he has clothes that he purchased with the money which was forbidden in Islam. Through that source he earned and he purchased the clothes, and from that money he nourishes himself. So if his clothes are from illegal money, if his food is from illegal money, if he is nourishing himself from his illegal money, Allah's messenger said Allah will not answer his prayer. And this is because Allah said in Surah Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayat number 186, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if my slaves, if my servants, if the mankind asks you concerning me, say to them, whenever they call upon me, I respond to their call. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in Sahih Muslim, volume number 3, hadith number 2346, if any person earns from any sources which are not permissible in Islam, he has clothes that he is wearing from that source, he has nourished himself and has food from those sources that he is eating and nourishing himself, then Allah will not respond to his prayers.